Hello, Contrarian Dude here, and just read this tweet from Milo Somethingopoulos, better known as Nero on Twitter, and we've spoken about him before on this channel. He's a good guy, and he just made this comment, 2015 is when social justice peaked. I wish that was so true, but unfortunately it is not. He goes on to say, 2016 belongs to us and it's going to be glorious. Welcome to the era of Milo. Now, I will grant that something very cool is happening in 2016. I think we're definitely hitting a tipping point of the awakening of the angry masses who are sick and tired of being abused, told they're racist, told they're bigoted, told they're sexist, told they're all these horrible things. And I agree that the tipping point on our side is definitely being hit, and there's just going to be an absolute flood of outrage and people calling social justice warriors out. So that's on the good news, that's on the good side, and I totally agree with that. However, to say that 2015 is when social justice peaked, I don't think so. Unfortunately, that to make that statement is to not understand where social justice warriors come from. And the sad news is that people have spent decades putting useful idiots in positions as professors, associate professors, high school teachers, elementary school teachers, middle school teachers, the entire bureaucracy at the Department of Education. And there has been decades in the making creating this level of stupidity and ignorance among these social justice warriors. And all those mechanisms are still in place. And I mean, I don't even think that, Obama's not going to do anything about that in his last year. So maybe something will happen, in 2017 where those machinations start to change. But even if they do start to change, it's going to take a long, long time to get all of those bureaucrats and all of those morons out of these positions of influence and power and education. And so unfortunately, you've just got another decade at least looking in the rear vision mirror. You've got all these young people, these recruits of the social justice warriors coming through into the ranks of adulthood, coming through government-run indoctrination camps and filling up the colleges and basically creating more and more social justice warriors. All this is in place, and this continuous pipeline of useful idiots to advance the cause of tyranny is going to be, they're going to be championing it for sure. We see with like the Bernie Sanders campaign, how many young people are behind him. You know, the old saying, if you're not a socialist by the time you're 20, then you've got no heart. If you're still a socialist by the time you're 30, you've got no brain. Well, sadly, the vast majority of people coming out of high schools and colleges at the moment don't have a brain. That's true, but now they're held in colleges and postgraduate degrees and free education, all the rest of it. They're going to be in there until they're 25. So that new saying needs to be pushed out. It's like, well, if you don't have, if you still believe in socialism by the time you're 35, then you've got no brain, because the nannying state, which means there's going to be these young kids who have been indoctrinated into this, are going to be held in that indoctrination for longer, and they're doing such a better job of the indoctrination, they're going to be held into that indoctrination longer. So unfortunately, social justice will not peak in 2015. However, the war is starting to turn, and in 2016, the tipping point of those who are waking up out of the stupor and starting to push back against this, people are starting to realize that, yes, I'm in the crosshairs of these social justice warriors. See, the social justice warriors would label people racist, bigots, and whatever else, and the vast majority of people was, oh, well, I'm not one of them, so I'll let that go. But people are really starting to figure out that, yes, I am in the crosshairs of these nutcases. I'm the one who they want to tear limb from limb, extract every dollar out of my pocket and pay for their nonsense. That is being realized, and there's going to be tremendous pushback. And so that is very, very exciting and something to look forward to in 2016.